Bonjour, ça va? Très bien, merci.
Bonjour, ça va? G'day, how's it going? We're back. B2B, B&B, back in Bagnols. Yeah, 1 month in. Ooh, yeah. How could you complain in such an incredible part of the world? I'm sure this small church is as old as Australia, as a lot of things are. Yeah, you look back, it's gone so fast. Living here, living in Bagnols, getting up to all sorts of stuff. Language, it's getting better. It's getting better. I'm pretty stoked to say that. In fact, we were at the bar at the pub in Bagnols the other night, and I was listening intently, standing there, kind of awkward as per usual, and my friend Gaeton and Sebastian were talking, and I understood an entire sentence, and I had to tell them to stop talking so I could say "Je comprends," and they were like, "No way, this is starting to get it." Although talking's still fun because you just sort of freeze up, and then it's like this English-French hybrid, bit interesting. You're trying to think of the words. You're obviously doing like this backwards translating thing, which is kind of strange, but yeah, we're understanding stuff now. I'm like, oh, so good, so good. One of the coolest things that happened was, I didn't even know this was a thing, it's Fête de la Musique. What? The whole country just has this, it's just like a huge concert. And I was like, what is going on? I went for a ride on the Sunday or the Saturday night just before, and there were just stages in every village, and there was music, there was dancing, there was food, there was drinking, and the whole of everywhere I went was just completely alive. So I decided to tag along with Gaeton and some of his friends, and we went into just out of Frasia's place where there's some DJs playing, and like the atmosphere was unbelievable.
Bah, regarde.
Et ça va Fête la musique aussi?
Fête de la musique 2025 au Mas d'Escarvaché à Puget-sur-Argence dans le sud de la France. Voilà, c'est tout en fait.
They were teaching me some interesting French words, probably not the stuff you get on Pepper or Duolingo. Yeah, then we just hit the dance floor, and it was absolutely going off. I just can't believe that's just something that they do. So I came to France with 2 goals. One was to become fit again, which is in progress. The other one was to get a job on a team. We almost got it in the end. So I went to the Netherlands for a little visit to one of the teams there. Had a tryout on some of the tools, and yeah, just missed out. Probably was a little bit nervous, to say the least. Yeah, got off the plane, nice easy jet flight. Sure ain't no jet star. And the first thing you do is get smashed by wind. I'm like, this is nice. This is Netherlands. Flat, but it was so cool. Unfortunately, on the Tuesday that I went, they had a strike from all of this public transport. So what usually would be a 20-minute trip to Utrecht, where I was staying, took about 3 hours, a lot of confusion, 7 different buses, trains, trams, and I was trying to just hire a bike, because I worked out if I just rode from the airport in Amsterdam to where I needed to stay, it was only 40k on the flat, easy peasy. Unfortunately, that was not available for me to use. But yeah, everyone was so friendly. Dutch is a different beast. There definitely wasn't too much understanding going on, but so many people spoke English anyway. And yeah, it was just so clean and organised, very neat country. Yeah, so after the day which I trialled, went for a walk around the town city, and it was strange to be like the only person not on a bike, but the atmosphere was unreal. Like, sunset wasn't till 10, there were people everywhere. It was Wednesday night, and then there were these buskers just playing their hearts out. right in the middle of the town, which was just so sick. Just in the canals and near the old town, I guess you could say. But yeah, flew back home to Banyol, straight back on the bike, and but man, I'm so grateful to have gone and to meet these awesome people, not only in the team but just in general. In fact, I sat next to this super kind Dutch man who's like, "Oh, look, I made a sandwich. Do you want one?" I'm like, "You know what? I wouldn't mind that." So we had a nice Parisian. Just in the EasyJet. Road 24 was going off that day. No, it was a great trip. Unfortunately, missed out on the roll. But yeah, we'll stay persistent at it. And yeah, keep looking for opportunities. But yeah, Amsterdam, the Netherlands, flat. It's coming into summer now. The roads, everything's getting hotter. In fact, there was one day just in the middle of the week. Went out probably a bit too late. I touched the gun and it said 40 degrees on it, and I was like, oh man, I feel like I'm back in Australia, like we're resetting the default settings. We're live.
Why can't I find the turbo button on this bike?
Not sure, Holly. She's literally in the trench, about to roll into a the next cemetery she sees, she's just rolling straight in. It is a beautiful... 38 degrees now, yeah! I feel like I'm back home. Factory reset. G'day, mate. How you doing? It's like a different type of heat. Kind of humid, but not that super dry, ruthless heat that just burns you alive. It's like slightly more inviting, still dangerous, still use sunscreen. That's a reminder to myself anyway. I haven't actually headed into Nice yet to see what the riding's like there. I got close to it, but then got absolutely defeated on the beach on the way home. Just so many people, stop, start. And in the end, I got to the bottom of the hill back to Banyol, and I was like, Thibault, help me, man, I'm done. I'm completely done, and I don't think I'd ever done that before. That was the other objective, just trying to get fit again. Yeah, I was reasonably fit in Australia, raced the PSL, it was cool, did well in some XC races, quits. Not a huge amount of racing down here in the south of France. A lot of living, but not so much racing. So yeah, we're just working on the fitness, getting that base back up, getting the heat acclimatisation back, working on the nutrition side of things. I had two sort of goals in mind. One was to work on a team of almost any level really. And the other one was to sort of build my fitness back up and hopefully push past it. I used to have a reasonably modest FTP of probably around 355 watts, which helped me get a few little wins here and there, do reasonably well. But in preparation for coming, I just sort of stopped riding in general. And I was kind of over riding. When you ride the same roads for years at a time, it can get quite boring. There was a oh my baby.
He wants heck, but he wants us to come.
Attacker! And yeah, we got this sort of little group which is getting together of crew that are in that sort of similar boat in Frejus and Banyol. So yeah, that's one of the goals, one of the targets. The weapon is doing quite well, as you can imagine. A few French calories have been gotten. Aussie. If I go back to Australia, hopefully we don't get smashed as much as what we did when we were racing, especially in Melbourne to Warrnambool or even the Queensland Q Series. Thibault's rocking the Aussie outfit.
G'day mate, how's it going?
Oh, jeez Louise, mate. You know where are we going? Wrong answer. We're going to the Australian Embassy here in Macedon, here in Banyol. Now, if there's any pizza you should have whilst in Banyol, maybe whilst in France, whilst in Europe.
What's the question?
Is this the best pizza you've ever had?
No.
No?
I've had better ones.
I had one that actually won the French championship.
The champion of pizza. What do we got?
What's on the meal tonight? We got.
That's
That one looks good.
Gaetan showed me that one. What did you get?
I got.
You wanted the kebab.
Yeah, and they didn't have it, so I got, a pretty good one too.
Which is what for the egg. Yeah, we'll see what's on the cards coming up soon. Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have met some pretty awesome people. We can go and do some pretty cool stuff. Daniel, this place to be. I heard they're going to put the new Australian embassy here. One in Paris, one in Banyol. Because that's what it's all about here. And some say that Tadej Pogacar himself was actually born in Banyol. It's a rumour. I feel like there might be some merit to it. Nah, looking forward to it. Tour de France is starting soon. All the Aussies are coming, so keen to show them around my little corner of the world now, you could say. But yeah, we're going to just keep at it. Thanks to, a lot of awesome feedback on some of these videos. I originally made it just so I could keep some of my family and friends up to date with what's happening, but now I feel really privileged and welcomed to the country and enjoy making them. So, mate, take it easy. See you later, alligator. Au revoir. Nice guitar.